Unfortunately, we don't have a Palestinian state, and we have a few fronts that Israel need to confront, including Gaza, East Jerusalem, and the West Bank. But the solution for the whole problem and the conflict will not be another military operation, another strike, another speech that they will pay the price, etc. We heard it many times, not just from Netanyahu, but also from Yair Lapid last night. So the solution should be the two-state solution. This is the only way to get a real solution and security for the people of Israel and the people of Palestine. I think that the aim now should be to end this operation quickly as possible. We have nothing to gain. We are going to go back to the same point that we started. So let's do it now before we will get into real trouble and people might be killed also on the Israeli side.
Mm-hmm. I think exactly like you, but the opposite. Exactly. I'll explain you why. Because I think that we can't right now talk about the Palestinian state. We're talking about saving lives right now, saving Jews or Israeli lives. What do I mean by every elimination of a Palestinian leader like Jabari in this case, or Palestinian terrorist? He's saving Israeli lives, I mean, with all due respect. And again, I mean, I hear people saying we must stop, I mean, this cycle of violence. You've seen exactly how people, I mean, lived in the south of Israel. You know, you spoke about the fact that I'm now running for the Likud party. So 2 days ago, I was in cities like Netivot, Sderot, Ofakim in the south of Israel. You should see people close at home because of threats coming from Gaza. Now, Israel did try. I mean, you talk about the Palestinian state. I mean, we did try. We did not have only a right-wing government. We had few governments. You know, we had Barak, we had Olmert, we had Netanyahu, we have now Lapid. And you really see, I mean, in order to dance tango, you need two. In order to sign a peace treaty with the Palestinians, you need them to accept. Now, who are we fighting? We're not fighting Palestinian people. We're fighting the Jihad Islamic. Islamic Jihad is also a threat for Palestinians. We're also doing their war, if you want, because you know exactly what is, I mean, the ideology of the Islamic Jihad. So when you compare Islamic Jihad to Hamas, all of a sudden Hamas looks like you are a kindergarten or amazing children. Yes. But you know, they are also. So with all due respect, as long as Palestinians will choose such people as the leaders, don't ask me to make peace right now. We're dealing with saving lives.
I think you own apology for this government, because the Likud party, and maybe you, even yourself, spoke about this government as a weak government, as a government that's supportive terror. And now you can see that totally the opposite.
It's funny because you started, I mean, this debate or this program by being the attorney of Palestinian or Palestinian state and against, I mean, this operation. And now you turn, I mean, to the Israeli government and the attorney of the Israeli government. Look, I'm backing, of course, the operation. I think that what the Israeli government has done right now, yesterday, is very important. I think we have an amazing army. Intelligence was huge because the way, I mean, this Jabari was eliminated was fantastic, and that's important. I would like to have many more terrorists, I mean, eliminated from this area. Concerning the government, I see, of course, Lapid. Yes, I do see Lapid, I mean, thinking or talking, maybe we'll see tomorrow, of maybe signing a ceasefire. Of course, I'm against a ceasefire. I think that this operation should continue, and I'll say it from the first day.
Until when? You know that when Netanyahu ran this operation,
we had operation of 51 days.
Very similar like that. Eventually, he said to the people, we don't have nothing to achieve anymore. We target everyone. We ran out of targets, and we have nothing to achieve.
It's funny.
And we are going very close to the same point.
Let me remind you one thing. About a year and a half ago, there was also an operation, if I recall, and Netanyahu was prime minister, and there was an opposition at the time where Lapid and Lieberman were opposition. Now, I wasn't planning to come here and make a political debate. You brought it to political debate. I think that we should be unified in such moments. Israel is together, no left and right, but Israelis. Yet you wanted to speak, first of all, about the poor Palestinians, operation against, and now you speak about the political conflicts between us. Let me tell you one thing. A year and a half ago, I mean, there was an operation, and what happened then? Lieberman said, yes, this is an operation in order to prevent us to have a changed government. Lapid said, this is a political operation. I didn't hear the right wing, I didn't hear the Likud party speaking that way. On the contrary, clapping hands to the Israeli army, supporting, of course, the operation, and hoping again that it will continue as long as possible. And you know why? In order not to have another one in the few coming months, because you need results against such,
for more than a year,
such terrorists.